with it. We don't. Welcome back to the Four Door Savage YouTube channel. I have got a wild video for you here. This car here, and my brother Phil, maybe you're acquainted with the car, with him. Anyways, we went to the track yesterday, and he had probably the wildest experience of his entire life driving this car, and not for the reasons you may think. As you can see in the intro, fire, parachutes, locking the tires up at 135 miles an hour. Everything you could think of happened and went wrong or right, depending on your perspective. Let's get into the video. Welcome back to the Four Door Savage YouTube channel. See Phil over there. Got the Dodge behind us on the trailer. Started filming this as we're pulling up to the racetrack. And we're pulling into Paradise Dragstrip up in North Georgia. Got the Dodge behind us, and I'm pretty excited to see how this thing runs. We just kind of got a surprise random idea, bring it up here and make a pass with the car. Maybe we'll get to pull the chute for the first time, see how this thing runs, and then from there we're going to the chassis dyno, but we're gonna put that in the next episode. For now, let's get this thing off the trailer and see what we're looking at up here. All right, y'all, we're out here. We got this thing. Still got to unload it here. It's pretty cold out. I'm definitely going to go up on jet and on probably tire pressure on the right side if we can find some air. But anyways, we're going to have to get this thing unloaded. It's really tight. There's a ton of cars here. It's absolutely incredible. I mean, there's cars everywhere. Just, I think it's a Henry J over there. We got a Vega here. I mean, just a Super Coupe Thunderbird over there. Really cool cars. Let's get this thing unloaded and see about making a pass. I'm gonna have to jet it up for sure. It's so cold out here. It's definitely gonna need more fuel in it. So I'm gonna jet it up maybe right away even. Let's go ahead and get on that. All right, y'all, we got our toys for the tots. We got a whole trunk full here. Went shopping last night and just filled the cart full as I could get it. So got to get all this over to wherever they're doing the donations at, and then get this thing unloaded, change the jets. We'll probably run a little behind time. We might be able to get up there by starting line by 11, but whatever, we'll be all right. We're gonna be all right, y'all. Check this out. This is all for kids. Isn't it? This is beautiful. It's so cool. Got bicycles. I mean, you name it, massive teddy bears. I guess all the kids get here at like 2 o'clock. They're gonna do a big, I don't know, like a big dive for it or give out or whatever. But I mean, we got the, I mean, this is all from racers and racers' families and people that support this racing event. All here. Thank y'all. Paradise Dragstrip, great event. It's awesome to see this community effort going on. Let's get to the racing. Treaded tires on it still. It's called a Henry J. These used to be a real popular car back in the 50s. You really don't see these anymore. They're super rare. All custom. Wow. Beautiful inside. Sweet ride, dude. Sweet ride. That is awesome. Henry J. What year is this? 51. Okay, I was guessing 52. That's cool. I don't know anything about them other than 50 something and Henry J. That's so, I love it. So flat windows, that's amazing, dude. That's so cool. I might come talk to you after this. I've got a YouTube channel if you wouldn't mind. I'm gonna come talk to you about that. All right, y'all, that's a 51 Henry J. They only made
made those for a few years. If you notice a flat window with the stripe in the middle, that centerpiece, that's because they didn't have the technology to curve the glass very well back then. And so they would put a single pane in there and put 2 panes on it so it'd be flat. They could use standard like household glass for the windshield for these things. Pretty cool stuff. I'm gonna bring you more on that. We'll see him up there in a minute.
We don't want that. 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 Great, battle stock and everything. That's fucking awesome. Yeah, we had a little problem. Oh shit.
How was it? How was it?
I'm glad I brought clean underwear. Thank God for a parachute.
Yes, sir.
Good idea.
We just
I was
put
talking to my
that
brother. I'm like, we need shoes.
We just
need
just put it on, and now what? The throttle stuck?
throttle stuff.
Yeah,
That
throttle
boost
stuck. Why do you think it stuck?
More than I think it was boosted. So,
Yeah. So you're saying that the blade, once it's open, the throttle, the boost just wants to keep that bitch flowing, versus being able to turn it off.
I think so.
I think
because, I mean, I've never yammed it that hard, so I don't think there was any binding going on.
Didn't look like it.
We'll definitely double check that stuff.
And then it looks like it did what? Knocked the oil cap loose.
Yeah, that's the way to go.
Oil cap come loose, got shitted up the whole car. You're gonna be cleaning for a while.
I'll be
Yeah, unfortunately.
And then you find out how good your oil is when how hard it is to clean it up.
Oh yeah, it's really good on there. All right, we're here at the car wash. We got this thing just completely slathered in Joe Gibbs racing oil, and that's some of the stickiest oil you can purchase. It's incredible. And it's all over his windshield and the side of the car. It's disgusting, so we're gonna give it a wash. This thing hasn't seen water in probably like 25 years. He just keeps it waxed. So anyways, we're gonna have to try to get this clean as possible. Go ahead. It blew the oil fill cap off when he chopped the throttle, when he cut this thing off. It took and blew the oil fill cap off. We might see on the footage. I don't know where it comes loose or something like that. Well, anyways, wild ride. I mean, straight the wildest ride you could ever get for your first time at the track with this car. It's pretty wild. All right, let's get this thing clean. All right, everybody, that's going to do it for this episode here. If you like this kind of action, if you like this kind of content, make sure you like, share, subscribe, hit the notification bell down there. I promise much more coming. Got the green car right there. Started doing a couple things to it. Appreciate it. See you on the next one. Much love. All right, y'all. Gonna go over a few things. A couple things. And you know, everything that could go wrong sometimes will, especially in racing or doing any kind of motorsport activities. And yesterday, Phil and myself got to experience what it's like when everything goes wrong, except for blatantly crashing the vehicle, which is kind of a typical thing. To give you an idea of what happened, went to the track yesterday, had a wonderful time. Toys for Tots. We had so many toys, blessed so many children and families. It was really awesome. It was worth every bit of this experience. We just installed the parachute last year over the winter time. Just did the turbos over the wintertime. Some of y'all may know. Anyways, the power level between turbochargers and nitrous is obviously drastically different. Yesterday we're on about 14 pounds of boost. Still don't know how much power that makes, but it's a lot. 416-inch motor, big heads and cam, and it's eating. So anyways, makes a lot of power. But yesterday, Phil experienced throttle sticking. Not enough return spring on the throttle. That's both of ours fault, nobody's fault, whatever. Turns out when you get to making a whole bunch of boost, it wants to hold the throttle blades vertical. It doesn't want to let them shut. Throttle's stuck at about the 500 foot mark. He let off the throttle maybe earlier. The thing keeps eating. You're going to see it just going crazy. The big smoke is from him locking the tires up. He left about 200, maybe 250 feet worth of tread on the big end of the track. The turbo's engine just driving through the brakes. He pulled the chute, did exactly what it was supposed to do, helped slow the car down. This man managed to reach in his center console and turn all of his switches off, killing the power, shutting the car down. Meanwhile, when he turned it off, it gave some sort of a pop, probably spike crankcase pressure. Anyways, it knocked the oil fill cap out of the valve cover and hosed the driver's side turbo and downpipe with oil, which then caught on fire. And this man was able to keep his wits about him, get out of the car, put the fire out, stop the car, shut it off during a 1,500 plus horsepower pull. The man reaches in his center console and turns off all his switches. If he didn't have his awareness about him, or wasn't ready for this kind of failures, or ready for anything, it surely would have ended in disaster. So all of you that want to get into the cars and I want to build a fast car and all that, it's more than just the knowledge, the skill to build it, the budget, the time. It's truly when you if you have all of these things done, are you that person? Are you that guy who can handle that car running away on you with far past 1,000 horsepower, skidding the brakes and running off, skidding the tires? Something to think about when you get into this stuff. And if you're not ready for that, I do not recommend you get into this kind of stuff. Anything can happen at any minute. You must be prepared for everything. And with that being said, I'm going to go and get this video started. Enjoy it, but also learn from it too. Let's go.